So you didn't get the grades you were hoping for first semester of law school and you want to do better second semester, or you did get the grades you were hoping for first semester and you want to know how you can maintain those grades throughout the second semester as well. Hey guys, if you're new here, I'm Angela Vorpahl of angelavorpahl.com and I'm a 1L grade strategy coach. And in this video, we're going to talk through the things to keep in mind and the steps to take to make the second semester of law school even stronger than that first semester so you can really go after the grades that all of your hard work deserves. And if you guys are watching this and would love to walk step by step through this process together, click here to apply for one of the limited one-on-one coaching spots I'm offering to second semester 1Ls looking to take their grades to the next level. And with that, if you're ready to dive in, smash that like button and let's go. The first thing we want to look at when we are crafting our second semester strategy is time, and specifically how we allocated time first semester. So the first thing to think about is how many hours per week did we actually allocate to law school work, meaning outside of class time work on law school substantive courses. And more specifically, what was that division between law school work and personal time? Now, that personal time could be just chilling and relaxing in front of the TV. That could be spending time with friends or family. That could be childcare responsibilities. But what was that division of time? And do you want to tweak it so that you are allocating more time to law school specific substantive tasks? The next thing to think about when it comes to time allocation is what point in the semester did you actually start pushing hard? Because the number one thing that I hear from second semester 1Ls is that they wish they would have started earlier. And more specifically, they wish they would have started outlining earlier, taking practice problems earlier, and meeting with their professors in office hours earlier. So at what point in the semester was that inflection spot for you? And would you like to move it up so that you front load more of that work and create more space and more time around the final exam period at the end of the semester so you don't feel so crunched? The third thing to keep in mind when we're talking about time allocation is what are you going to cut down on and or do faster this second semester now that you're going to have more added to your plate. So in law schools across the country, that second semester of law school is going to be more work intensive than the first semester because one, most law schools will add an additional course second semester because they figure that now you guys are law school experts, you absolutely can take on a heavier course load. So we need to allocate that time for that additional course. Law schools will also add an additional component to your legal research and writing course. So first semester, you likely wrote a legal memo. Second semester, you're likely going to be writing a legal brief with an oral argument component. So that is necessarily going to be taking up more of your time. And the other thing that is happening second semester is the 1L summer job search. And so you're going to be spending a lot of hours investing time and energy into creating the applications and going on interviews and finally locking down a 1L summer job. So we need to allocate for that time as well and get a really good sense of how we're spending our days, our weeks, and our months to make sure that we can do what we did first semester, but even stronger second semester. The next thing we want to take a look at when we are reflecting back on first semester and making a plan for second semester is our study process. And the way that I like to teach the study process in law school is what I call the 5-step study plan, which is made up of reading notes, class notes, outlines, canned answers, and practice exams. And so we want to take a look at each one of those pieces and see what, if anything, we would like to tweak or up-level second semester. So when it comes to reading notes, did we spend 99.9% of our time reading every line of every case, highlighting every word of every case, and preparing for class? And if so, would we like to try layering in a case brief resource like Quimby so that we can make that process go faster for ourselves and open up more time on the back end? When it comes to class notes, did we actually go to every class? Did we pay attention? Did we take thorough class notes? Or did we skip class sometimes? Were we zoned out? Were we talking more than we were listening? When it comes to outlines, did you actually create your own outlines? Or did you just rely on somebody else's outlines or break up the outlining process among multiple people in a study group? And if so, would you like to do more of that creation process so that you are internalizing the content even better this time around? When it comes to canned answers, your final exam study document, did you actually do another organized and condensed step to teach yourself the material heading into final exams, like canned answers, pre-writes, or an attack outline? Or did you just reread your outline that you had already made? And when it comes to practice exams, did you take any? Did you actually take practice exams and or a midterm? Did you go to your professor office hours to get that feedback to see how you were writing, what you were doing well, what you were doing wrong? And if not, do you want to layer in more of those more often and earlier so that you can really feel confident and comfortable walking into that final exam room? The next big thing we want to think about in crafting our second semester strategy is the final exam. So when we're talking about final exams, that is an entirely different skill set because in law school, final exams consist of multiple choice questions and essay questions. So not only do we need to know the information really well, we need to be able to write it in words on a page. And so one of the comments that I hear most often from new law students is, I knew the material, I understood it, I just didn't know how to write it in words on a page that got me points. And so we absolutely want to focus in on this piece so that that feels really clear and really comfortable heading into the second semester. So using IRAC or issue rule analysis conclusion as a framework, we want to dissect our final exam answers to see how we did on each of these pieces. So when it comes to the I for issues, were there issues in the fact pattern that we just straight up missed and didn't spot? How well did we prioritize the issues that we analyzed one by one by one? Did we focus on the issues that were most present, or did we waste time on issues that either weren't in the fact pattern at all or that were less present? When it comes to the R, the rule statements, were our rule statements accurate and thorough? Did we rule dump, meaning put everything we know about a particular rule rather than being really intentional and strategic about the rule language that we were bringing in and using? For the A, the analysis, this is the biggest one. This is where we're going to get most of our points. So how is the quality of our analysis? Did we connect facts to rule language to make arguments, which is the bread and butter of our analysis? Or did we not bring in facts at all or simply restate the facts without connecting them back to rule language? Did we craft arguments and counter arguments? Did we focus on the parts of the analysis that were most at issue in the fact pattern? Or did we kind of go off on tangents for things that weren't very present or not present at all? Then when it comes to the C, the conclusion, was the conclusion present? Did we remember to make that piece known as well? And then just overall things for the final exam. How was my time management? Did I run out of time? Was I moving fairly quickly and getting through everything? How did I feel about my formatting, the headings and subheadings, my writing style? And did I go to office hours enough to get to know my professor preferences? So big takeaway here, regardless of what grade you got on the final exam, whether it was the best grade in the class, the worst grade in the class, or somewhere in the middle, absolutely 100% go to your professor office hours. Have them give you feedback about your answer, at least show you a model answer so that you can reverse engineer what the A answers did that your answer didn't, or how you can repeat what you did first semester if you finished really strong. All right, guys, I hope that was helpful in giving you a structure to sort of think through your first semester and really take the second semester to the next level, tweak the things you need to tweak, up-level the things you need to up-level, and really hit the ground running and start confident and strong and ready to take no prisoners, if that's the expression. So if you would like some help walking through this process together, getting really clear on what's going to make this second semester make a difference for you, definitely click here to apply for one of the limited one-on-one coaching spots that I'm opening up for second semester 1Ls who are looking to take the second semester all the way. And with that, guys, I will be rooting you on. You've absolutely got this. You're amazing. And let's make this second semester even better than the first.